About influencers. These are influencers, and they're friends of mine. Jack Posobiec. Where's Jack? Jack, who's done a great job.
All right, Jack Posobiec back live here, Human Events Daily. Folks, huge announcement to make today because we have a brand new advertiser, and I think it's going to be one that you guys might know. All right, now here's what let's say. Somewhere along the way, we traded real flavor in for processed junk. We did. We know that we did. We know that we did that for our food. Now let me tell you right now, it's time to take back our kitchens. Steak and Shake is here to help. Right now, we are introducing Steak and Shake. So they are introducing 100% pure beef tallow. No chemicals, no fillers, just premium beef fat rendered the old-fashioned way. Yes, that's right, folks. Steak and Shake is now advertising here on Human Events Daily, and we couldn't be more excited about it. And remember, no chemicals, no fillers. This is that premium beef fat. It's rendered the old-fashioned way, the way that our grandparents cooked. Look, right now, they've got two options to choose from, both at steakandshake.com. That's Steak and Shake with the letter N. You guys know it already. Come on. There's the grass-fed beef tallow, only $9 a jar. And there's American Wagyu beef tallow. That's just $12 a jar. You guys need to go check it out. It's got a rich, buttery taste you're going to love. You could bundle them both for $19.99 and revolutionize your cooking. Fry the crispiest fries, sear the perfect steak, roast vegetables bursting with real flavor. This is how food should taste. So bring tradition and taste back to your table with Steak and Shake beef tallow. You want to order? Here's how you go. steakandshake.com. That's Steak and Shake with the letter N. Make sure you go there and check it out. And I will just say, I couldn't be more honored and proud to have Steak and Shake here as an advertiser with us and partner with them on Human Events Daily. Senator Marsha Blackburn, we're back on with you. We were talking about the returning America, not just to a fair system of justice, but returning American fairness in general. One of the things that President Trump, I know, is doing is focusing on law and order, focusing on crime. And one of the states that he's directly focusing on is the state of Tennessee, specifically the city of Memphis. You have announced a run for governor in the state of Tennessee. Congratulations, by the way. Talk to us about some of the crime problems that Tennessee is seeing in these major cities.
Yes, indeed. And when Kash Patel came before our Judiciary Committee, and I visited with him prior to that, I told him, I said, we need some help with Memphis. Here are the crime stats. He committed privately and publicly to help me, and he has been true to his word. And A.G. Bondi and President Trump have indeed come in and made Memphis a priority. And Jack, what we want to do is make Memphis safe again. It was the most dangerous city per capita in this country in 2024. Memphis has had over 100 gangs, but now because of a surge the FBI did from mid-July to mid-September and now with 13 federal agencies plus the Tennessee governor has the FBI, the TBI, the Tennessee Highway Patrol, and the National Guard backing up the Memphis City Police. They have taken over 1,000 of these gang members off the streets. They are incarcerated. Some of them are going to federal court. And we have a good U.S. attorney, Mike Donovan, who is pushing forward with these cases. We have found 44 missing children that were in some way being held or tied up with these gangs. And what we're doing is making Memphis safe again. And quite frankly, we think Memphis can be the model for how you move forward in fighting crime. And President Trump is exactly right on how to do this, to go in, to surge these resources. He has cleaned up Washington, D.C., and he is doing it in Memphis, and the mayor of Memphis is working with us. So is the governor, so is the police department. And I think when you have that kind of broad-based cooperation, it is the way to get this crime under control. And I'm certain that the residents of Chicago and New York and Minneapolis and some of these other cities that have gang problems are probably looking at Memphis and saying, hey, we would like to have a safe community like that.
Well, I couldn't agree with you more. I'm from the Philadelphia area, and this is, whenever I look at one of the cities like this, I remember my own formative years growing up and being able to go to Philadelphia when it was still safe, when it was a great city. There's so many of these great cities that have fallen and sunken into this pit of crime. And so I love the fact that you focused on this in your own state, Memphis. I mean, it's one of America's most quintessentially American towns,
That's
big
right.
little towns down there. And yet you don't associate it with this horrific rise of violent crime. And unfortunately, we're starting to see that rise up in Nashville as well, and some of the other areas. As governor, you're still about a year to go, but would you still be continuing to work with President Trump to fight all of these issues?
Oh, absolutely. And when you look at the fact that blue cities and these Democrat mayors and these city councils have been soft on crime and had cashless bail policies, and that makes the communities less safe. But I can assure you, our first responders, our law enforcement, they know I'm going to have their back. President Trump knows that I'm going to be working with him. Jack, one of the things I find absolutely so encouraging, and I know you are a believer in federalism and a reader of the Federalist Papers, and President Trump every
Absolutely.
single day is sending power, authority, responsibility back to the states and the people. And what an exciting time to lead Tennessee through a reset as education comes back to the states, and healthcare and energy and benefits and regulation and labor. You look at all of these issues that never should have gone to Washington, D.C. in the first place.
Federalism reset. Senator Marsha Blackburn, she's running for Tennessee governor. Senator, thank you so much for joining us here.